Hello and welcome back to our online multiplayer sessions tutorial series. In the last episode we went through the basics of setting up the UI and the listing of available sessions. In this episode we're going to do the background work on that and make it hook up to Steam and then find those sessions to populate that list. So the first thing we need to do on here is make the host match button able to host matches. So go to main menu UI and you should find the on-clicked host match button. And we're going to get the game instance here. Get game instance. And then from that, we want to cast to our online game instance, which will then give us access to those functions we made way back in the first episode. So drag out from as online game instance and do host session. And it'll ask you how many players you want. Just type in 4, and there you go. Hit compile and we are done here. Now to get this hooked up to Steam, there's a few things you need to do. The first thing you need to make sure of is that you've got the subsystem actually enabled. Just double check this, go to edit, plugins, and then search for in your plugin window. Search for online subsystem. You should see all available subsystems from different platform holders. And the one you were looking for is Steam. Make sure that is enabled. If it isn't enabled, click the button and it will ask you to restart the engine. When you do, that should be all good to go. So that will handle that for you. The next thing you do is add the configuration information. Now this will require you going to the documentation page on Unreal. So I've got the online subsystem here. So if you go to this online subsystem page, you just Google online subsystem in UE4. And you'll get this documents page. And if you scroll down here, you'll find all the different options that you have available to. But most importantly, if you go down to the left hand side, you'll find online subsystem Steam. Click this, and that'll take you to Steam's version of the page. And it's a little bit out of date, but the main thing you need in here is the configuration information. So scroll down until you find that here, and it's there. Okay, so you find it in the finish settings, default engine.ini, and it's this bit of work here. Now, what you need to do here is you'll mostly take note of anyway, is the Steam Dev ID. And its default is 480. 480 is reserved by Valve for you to as a development base ID. So all the developers in the world can access this one and use it for testing their online games. However, when you set up your storefront and get ready to publish your game, you'll have your own app ID, which then you can use here instead. So just change this to match your app ID that you have when you set up your Steam page. Once you've got that, you want to copy all this information and you want to go to default in engine.ini. Now, where this file is quite simple to get to. So go into your content browser and just right click on any option you have available here. So I'm going to go on here. And we're going to right click and choose show in Explorer. And we'll have it come up in this view, which gives us all the content browser as such. I'm going to go up to the root of this folder. And when it shows, we'll have the config folder. Go in here and you'll see default engine.ini. Open up the default engine and you can see I've already copied mine into here at the bottom here. You want to paste it just at the end and you're good to go. Okay, so we'll close that and that'll do. Now to test this out, you do need 2 PCs and 2 Steam accounts. So make a dummy Steam account. That's what I did, and I used my other laptop that I've got over here to add that Steam account to it, and I just made the project run on both. Next, you want to make sure you've got Steam actually running. So let's just run Steam. And you will need this running and open for the game to connect to Steam. So wait for that to finish up doing its update thing. And once it's there, we can then launch the game. And if all works, we should see Steam's normal overlay come in on our own game. So I'm going to go now into launching this game. Now, to actually get it to connect to Steam, the documentation says that you can do it from the play as long as you do a standalone game. However, I found this not to work in 4.2.6. It may be different in 4.2.7 or other versions you may be running in, but in 4.2.6 I had trouble getting that to work. So what I did instead was I go to the actual project folder here, right click on the online multiplayer or the project name, whatever you've called it, and do launch game. This will launch the game and hopefully connect to Steam. Like that. Just wait for it to load up. Okay, and we should hopefully see Steam's overlay. There it is. So now we've got Steam's overlay appear as if it's actual game, which is really useful. So when you click host match, what's actually happening here is that it's going to go into the subsystem and start a new session up ready to go, and it will send us over to the lobby. I'll click this and I'll go over to the lobby. Now on my side computer here, I'm going to go over to it, and in here I can click on join match, and it should now show me a list of all the available matches, and I should see myself appear here. I'm going to click on this link here, and this will take me to the lobby. So now I've got both characters gone to my lobby menu screen, which is blank, so that's correct, they're all gone here. So all that's left to do is to populate this lobby screen with information, such as the players who have actually joined, and have a ready set mode, as well as ability for the host to change the map or game mode and take everyone into the same settings that they've set up. So that's what we're going to do in the next episodes. So join us right now over on patreon.com/RyanLaley, and over there you can catch those episodes plus many more videos from me well before anyone else. I want to say a big thank you to all my patrons and YouTube members for the continued support. Now, if you're watching this and you're still having issues with online sessions not connected to Steam, please leave a comment below and I'll try and help out as well I can. Just please make sure that Steam is running, at the engine has the subsystem plugin enabled, and that you've copied and saved that ini config information from the documentation. That's all from me today. Thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye everyone.